Hello and welcome to another map review from our Mod Contest 2017 specials. Today we'll be looking at a map called Dusty Cove, which is another map from the UK. We just kind of give you some detail. It's a fictional map set in the southwest coast of the United Kingdom. And it is by a guy called DustyDave and DustyDave Modding. So let's jump right in. I've actually removed some of the other maps from the folder because I wanted to see if the error was going to go away that I was getting earlier. So let's just jump straight in. Well, the error that we were getting earlier, the render error, has disappeared. Which is basically mean we should have a clean error log. And if we just click up, yep, we do. Apart from our usual Land Rover error, but that's fine. So let's turn on flight mode, get rid of that. Let course plate do the scan of the fields. Okay, so here we are in front of the farmhouse. It's a very American style farmhouse actually, with the porch and everything else. This is not something you would get in the UK. Okay, let's take a look at the map. This is Dusty Cove. According to this, there are 40 fields. There are 46 fields. Okay, yeah, I guess so. There's quite a lot of fields, and there's a lot of these are showing as grass fields. But yeah, there are 46 fields. Standard fruit types. Let's have a look at what we own. We actually own quite a few fields here. We own 1, 2, 40, 42, 10, 7, 11, 30, 25, 24, 23, 16 and 20. So yeah, we do own quite a few fields here. So that's the sort of field makeup. Interesting sort of arrangement here. So obviously this is out of the map. We've got a kind of river and a little covey thing here, and then sort of the sea out here. The interesting thing is this side is completely separate from this side, and there are, I hope, 2 bridges here and here. So let's take a look at the sale points. We have 6, and we have no animals. We have a 400,000 litre silo capacity, and that is that. So let's take a look at the starting equipment. We have a Vulture T series. We have a New Holland T7 heavy duty. We have an FZ60 Stoll front loader and some attachments, sort of various ones. We have a Massey Ferguson MF Activa 7347S and a 25-foot header. We have a Krone Big X 580 forage harvester and an Easy Collect 600 header for corn. We have a header trailer. We have an AgroLiner TKD 302, and we have a Volga Note Terradisc 600. We have an Amazon Crayon 200 plough. We have an Everland Optima 5 seeder. This is a corn, sunflower seeder and beets seeder. You do need to cultivate to use this seeder. We have a Vardestad Rapid A 600S. This is a direct seed seeder, and it takes your normal sort of fruits. We have a Brendel F12WS 4000 fertilizer spreader and a VE 8000 Garant slurry spreader. We have a NovaCat 302 ED and a NovaCat 301 ED mowers. One is for the front and one is essentially half of a set that goes on the back, so you would do one side on the back. We have a Kuhn GA 9531 windrower, and we have a Roll Belt 150 New Holland round baler. We have our pickup truck, and we have a Silo King Trailline Duo 1814 mixer wagon. And we also have a bale. Oh no, this is not bale. This is a logging trailer. So this is the FHL 13AK logging trailer. So that's all the equipment on this map. So there's quite a bit of equipment there. Let's take a look around the farmyard. So we've got various bits of stuff lying around. That's in Russian. This is an English map. It's a Russian trailer. This is our cows, I guess. Yeah. We've got some storage there. Our forage harvester's over there. Oh, we've got lights. Let's see. Yep, we've got lights. This is our Silo King. Our manure's down there. We've got a silage clamp here, not Silo King. It's Silo King. It is by Silo King. It's a trail line. It's basically our TMR mixer. We have our slurry tank here next to the slurry port, a windrower, and our front loaders are there. This is, I guess, for milk. And we have a water point there. Fertilizer up there. And seeds and stuff, I guess. These are, and then more storage. There's a nice windmill over there in the distance. Okay, so let's nip across the road here. More storage sheds. This is where our combine harvester is. Got lots of lights around, like so. This is storage. Trailers there. I don't know where our tractors are, but I think they're on the other side of the road. And let's go back. So that's back to the farm. Lots of gates, the big rusty metal gates. This is our field 40, and it actually comes with corn. So, okay, let's take a little tour around the map. We're up in this sort of number 11 spot on the map on this thing, so we're going to go anti-clockwise. So let's hit the spinnery first. So here is the spinnery. We've got a nice different model. I'm liking the fact that basically people are using different models for the thing, but sheep wool insulation, we've seen this before. This is actually on, I think it was the last map we reviewed actually, from the contest. It is actually kind of sitting off the edge. Drop off your wool there, and we've got a little factory which does something with it. What have we got here? It's like potentially, I don't know, grain maybe, storage or something. But we've got another sale point here. So we drive in and drop stuff off. And that is the Dusty Cove sales. So this is general sales point. We have our store. Nice big store here. Again, using some very similar look models to what we've had before. Oh, fell in a hole there. Oh wow. Yep, inspection pit there. No signs to say it was there, and I fell in. We can see there over in the distance that windmill's moving rather slowly. Let's have a look what we've got here. This is a gas station. So this is a Texaco gas station. Yeah. And a spa. So we have a Texaco and spa gas station. Very cool. That's actually a nice little detail. I think it's actually possibly the first Texaco gas station I've seen on a map. Okay, so we're down here. Next stop, chickens. So chickens are not on the main farm, they're all the way over here on another farm. Now we've got grain and fertilizer, seed and fertilizer. We've got some storage sheds. That's the seed actually. We've got some nice big sheds here. Nothing in these. But it's a nice little yard all the way down here by field 23 and 24. We can see over there in the distance, I think that was the... not sure what that is. Oh, actually, that's something over here, so we haven't actually gone there yet. We will be going to Dusty Cove riding stables next. So here we have some straw sales. I do like it when the straw sales is essentially a little bit more than just that silly little barn. This one works quite well. They've got little stables and we've got a horse. So you know, they've kind of made it a topical thing. That's quite good. So I'm liking this. The traffic, I'm intrigued. So this is English. I can't see the driver. Left-hand drive, that one. Is this right-hand drive? Left-hand drive. So it would have been nice to have the right-hand drive vehicles on this, I think. But I think the actual traffic's the actual right way though. I have noticed on a bunch of these review maps actually that for the contest they do have an increased volume of traffic. Anyway, so goods depot next. So they've reused Emerson livestock market from the Goldcrest and the standard thing, so they haven't really changed that much on the models. This one is a grain drop-off spot. Got a weighbridge in there, and we've got our BGA here as well. So let's have a look at the BGA. Got a storage shed, silo king above ground, silage clamps. I'm looking for the digestate tank. There it is, over there in the corner. So there we have our BGA. So the sell point here, just so we know, wheat, barley, maize and so on, sugar beet, potatoes, soybeans, sunflowers, and OSR, oilseed rape. I am thinking that the maker of this map is somehow related to the maker of our last review, which was Dowland Farm. I see a a lighthouse over there in the distance. That's pretty cool. Dusty Cove Estates, the for sale sign, arable pasture, a phone number and a website. Just to actually see, I am intrigued. I am going to just actually look and I don't think it is an actual thing, but it is essentially not a real website, so you can't go to it, but it is a shame. I wonder if the phone number is real as well. This would actually be funny if it was an actual valid phone number. No. But strangely enough, the phone number is for Brentwood. That is a place in the United Kingdom. Strangely enough, it is a phone number for Brentwood, I think. So, okay, let's carry on looking around. So we've done the BGA, we've done the goods depot, and the sale animal dealer. It's a standard dealer. The Dusty Sawmill, next stop, quality timber merchants again. Standard sawmill model, wood chips there. Nice little. There is actually a bit of space here. Actually, you could probably put down some additional stuff on this space. You could put some placeables down on this space. Actually, it's got quite a bit of space. The wood and timber location. Yeah, this has got a nice bit of space. So one of the first maps on this series we've looked at, it's like the third one we've looked at so far, that's actually had some space around for other stuff. We could probably drop down a couple little sawmill placeables on here, maybe, because there is a little bit of space, which is pretty cool. We have this what looks to be a huge forest up here. We'll cover that in a minute. We'll just check out these two last things. So the pig farm is over here. So we've got a pig enclosure out in the middle of nowhere, as it were. We've got our sort of standard stuff on the pig farm, and we've got a bunch of storage sheds, a little farmhouse over there. We're just slightly away from the pigs. And what's this? It's a good sized lot here as well. We could probably use this for placeables. There's actually a good bit of space on this map. Water, fuel, seeds, and so on here. There's is that a silage clamp? There is a big silage clamp here, but we've got a few of them on this map. But we don't actually need it at this location. We've got our sheep over here. Nice little sheep. Watering trough. Grass trough. There's nothing really else here. Spawn point for the wool, and that is about it. And there we have it. That's all the major locations sort of covered off. What I'm going to do is just drop into the. I want to just pop here. I'm going to go take to the air. I want to take a look at the air take the area from the air. We have this very large forest here, big planned woodland, which is good, and we've got a nice working spot for the lumber yard and the like. There are various little sheds and stuff around the fields. We can see lots of nice houses on the fields as well. It's a very big forest. It's quite well laid out to cut through. There's even something in the middle of it there. Not sure what that is, but there's a little shack or something in the middle. There's some rocks. Oh, there's a little house. There it is. A little stone house in the middle of the forest. And in the middle of the forest up here, there's actually some pine trees. There is something I have noticed. I don't actually notice this happen on the other maps, but those trees are swaying. That is actually something I've never actually noticed. That we've got some like oak trees in the middle here, which is a little bit different. There's quite a big sort of middle to this. So obviously the map ends there, but we look down towards the thing, you can see the sea. There is a lighthouse over there. You can see the kind of the break in the map, the middle area where they've got a little sort of river thing going through, and all that. I'm actually going to drop down now and sort of head over here. Actually, so I'm going to head here and go into the air here, because I want to kind of get a picture of this town as well. There's a little town here, and the reason why us various modding people kind of sort of covered off here. We've got Simulate Gaming, we've got Landy Kid, who else? Rainbow Day Gaming. I know the VF one, and I can't remember the name of the group. EP and CTIG, I'm not sure who they are. Let's have a look at the fly by the high street, as it were. We have a Boots Chemist. We have the Cock Pub. You won't see many of those around in the UK at the moment because Woolworths went bankrupt several years ago, and they don't exist anymore. We've got a Cafe Rouge. We've got an optometrist. We've got I'm not sure what Ben Pelthrith do. We've got a Rip Curl shop. And what else do we have here? We've got a little, I don't know, electronic store maybe, I don't know. Master Cuts, a hairdressers. Clothes shop. Another general store type thing. We have a NatWest Bank, but we don't have a post office. I am upset there is no post office here. What high street is a high street without a post office? They've even got a pelican or zebra crossing, although it is kind of not right, and it is uneven. There are some little things like this I've noticed. That is a little bit uneven on the road. And we've got two of them actually, one at each end of the high street. I'm going to say we've got our Texaco. We've got a castle over there, I can see. We've got some very nice looking houses. We've got a few boats in the thing. We've got our lighthouse there over on the coast. Can we actually get down to the sea here? We've got a little car park. We've got a little dock. And we've got some boats. Yep, and you can get down to that. Those are very steep cliffs over there. So one would hope one doesn't drive off into the ocean. There's a nice little castle up here as well. This castle model has been reused in a few places. I have seen it. It is actually, I think, from FS17 Legend map or something like that. I remember seeing it first time. But for instance, we did see it in our one of the reviews we did earlier. The Dowland Farm, I believe, has the same castle. Yeah, it's a nice map. It's a nice model, and it actually works quite well. So where we are, I'm kind of looking back over the town and everything else. So in terms of fields, the fields are all misshapen. Again, it's going to be one of those ones where you're going to have to sort of be proficient with Courseplay or similar to sort of work these fields, just so you can, deal with the shapes. If we take a look and get into a vehicle, and we bring up Courseplay, let's take a look at some field sizes. So we do have quite a few fields ourselves, so we definitely want to take a look at some of these. So field 1 is 1.7 hectares. Field 2 is 3.22. Field 7 is 1.44. Field 8 is 1.15 hectares. Field 10 is 4.76. Field 11 is 0.67 hectares. Field 16 is 2.14 hectares. Field 20 is 1.0 hectares. Field 23 is 1.75 hectares. Field 24 is 1.09. Field 25 is 0.92 hectares. Field 30 is 1.7 hectares. Field 40 is 4.45 hectares. Field 42 is 2.31 hectares. And that's the last of our fields. So we have a lot of fields on this map, and I personally wouldn't envisage getting any more initially. So I'm not really going to jump around and see what sort of sizes and prices we've got around, because we have so many fields here. So it does mean you'll be very busy. Very few sell points on the map. There is a little bit of space you could use for placeables, but not a huge amount. And it is limited in the locations that you could use it. So with that, I think we should draw this to a close. I'm going to find a nice spot for us to basically look out at the map from. Oh, we've got a basketball court, and we've got a little playground, and we've got lots of basketballs. I think this will be a good spot. We're overlooking the little village element of the town. We've got a little boat there that's going around and around, and a little beach internally. So I think this is actually a really good spot to sort of kind of look at. So with that, we're going to draw this to a close. I think I am going to rate this a 4. There are a few little things that are niggly in terms of just some of the quality aspects. So there's a like placement of signs and the zebra crossings, and also some of the models essentially is just straight cut and paste reuse from other maps. So for instance, like the animal dealer's still got the Emerson's logo from the default map that it's been pulled from. It hasn't been customized to the area. There seems to be a bit of reuse of things from other contest entries. So the Dowland Farm entry, for instance, the sawmill and the sawmill on here are very much the same in terms of the logos and the names of the businesses. Now that could be because it's the same designer or same group of designers, but it would be nice to have a little bit of originality, especially the two maps that are, or both of them are UK maps, but they're essentially from different parts of the country. So effectively, you would have different companies doing this. It is an English map as well. I would have liked to see right-hand drive cars as well. But apart from that, it is a very nice map, and there's a lot of fields. So there's actually that's possibly one of the other downsides to this map. There's a lot of fields, and you start with a lot of fields, so you have a lot of work initially, and you could very quickly sort of get overwhelmed. But also, there's just so much going on and stuff to do. So with that, I think this is going to be a 4. And if you found this review useful, please hit the like button. If you want to see more from the series that's going to outline the mod contest entries for the best map, please subscribe to the channel, and they will be published there. I'm going to try and get through every single one in a few days. I'm going to probably release 2 or 3 a day. I don't know exactly how many I'm going to get to do, but I'm going to try and get as many done as possible, and get them out as soon as possible. So with that, thank you for watching. Have a great day, and goodbye.